My name is Gary Hassan. I am the VP of Business Development here at Ludaxx, and it's my pleasure to host this evening's weekly corporate update. We do this each and every week with special guests from the field, our Diamond leadership, and we are very fortunate to have our very first Gold Crown Triple Diamonds with the company. They hit that level before we officially launch, which will happen here in about 2 weeks. But before we get to hear from them, I just had a couple quick announcements. Just want to make sure everybody's aware of. I know we have a lot of new people coming on board each and every day with this company as we get closer and closer to our official launch on March 17th. But I'll tell you, part of the excitement that's happening right now is a promotion that I have yet to see in this profession, a promotion that actually allows you to be auto-qualified at certain levels in the compensation plan, kind of as a thank you for your faith, your commitment, your belief in our company before we even open up doors officially. Yes, we're shipping product. Yes, we're paying commissions. Yes, we are in business, but there are some things that are not quite yet in place that will be by the time we launch this company in 2 weeks. So when somebody joins our company at the Ruby level, or what we call a Ruby package of about $500 worth of products, that's US dollars, you are auto-qualified at that level, as you have 2 months to enroll 3 people or 3 customers with a minimum of 50 points. And once you do that, the volume requirements are waived for 12 months. Okay, so let's give you an example. Let's say you get started today. What is today, March 4th? This promotion, if you get started that Emerald package, you enroll 3 people, those volume requirements are waived for 12 months. Again, I've yet to see this type of a promotion this generous in my 23 years in the business. So make sure that this is the last month for this promotion, and we've been doing this now for several months, but it's leading up to what I believe will be a historical event with this company, and that's our official launch on the Freedom of the Seas. Now, this ship was sold out for quite a while. At least that's what the website for Carnival said. But we found out recently, in fact, if you look right here at the Carnival website, what does it say? Well, there are still rooms available starting at $1,009. That's the least expensive. All the outside, all the balconies, all the suites are sold out. In fact, this room here was available, I think, for about $850 or something like that originally. But you know, as the supply diminishes, the price goes up. And we knew it would sell out. It did sell out. Somebody must have blocked a bunch of rooms and then returned those somehow, because it was showing there were no rooms for about a month. And then all of a sudden, a couple of rooms would show up here and there. And so it's not too late. If you really want to be on this cruise ship with us and spend a week with the founders of the company, with the top income earners of this company, it's not too late. And I'm pretty confident that you're not going to have an opportunity like this ever again, to be able to say you were there at the launch of this company. Imagine if you were there when Amway started with Rich DeVos and Jay Van Andel back in about 50 years ago, or when Herbalife started with Mark Hughes and Larry Thompson out of Los Angeles, or the Roney's family when they started Newskin back in 1984. I'm telling you, people are going to be talking for years and decades to come about the launch. They're going to say, you were there. You were there with the Lou family. You were there with Todd and Kathy Humpherys, saying the rest of the Crown Triple Diamonds. My goodness, how lucky were you? Well, don't look back and say, I wish I had gone. You still have a chance. There are 2 weeks, especially if you live close to Port Canaveral. You don't have to worry about the airfare. We have people spending thousands of dollars coming in from Australia and Canada and Europe. And some of you, this is an hour or 2 drive away to get to Port Canaveral. I'm telling you, we are not, Ludaxx is launching from Port Canaveral, which is where NASA does their launches, right there at Cape Canaveral. What an incredible place to launch a company on a ship called Freedom of the Seas. I'll tell you that it is a getting. I'm excited. I think we're about 12 days away from this historical event. And fortunately, there's still an opportunity for those of you who really want to attend. Make it happen. Do whatever you possibly can to be there with us. Now, also, we, as of today, uploaded the final version. This is the launch edition, the March 2013 Ludaxx launch edition of the Ludaxx Business Building System. How to launch your business, the 7 steps to success. Well, how do you get it? Well, number one, your upline leadership can email it to you in a PDF format, or you can download it. I'm trying to find that file. I had it pulled up here just a second ago. There it is. You can go to slideshare.net/Ludaxx. There are some PowerPoints and there are documents. If you go here, it says presentations. Here's where you can download several PowerPoint presentations, and we will be adding to that over the coming weeks and months. And there's one document only currently, and that is the official How to Launch Your Business Ludaxx Business Building System. Here's the contents, the 7 steps to getting started. And right here you can see this is a limited launch edition. This is something that has been worked on for many months during this pre-launch phase. And I'll tell you, I'm excited because a couple of the people who had a big part in this training, as well as a lot of the leaders, were Todd and Kathy Humpherys. We're fortunate to get to hear from them tonight. I've had the good fortune to get to work with these 2 individuals, and tonight it's Kathy and Todd Humpherys. A lot of times I say Todd and Kathy, but you know what? She's first in the picture there on the left, so I get to say Kathy and Todd Humpherys tonight. It kind of has a nice ring to it. And these 2 have partnered. I know they have both built businesses in the past, multi-million-dollar earners in this profession over the last over a decade, and not just in one company. Now they get to do it together, and it's kind of fun to get to work with these 2. And since they live here in Utah, I get to spend a lot of time with them, probably more time than they wish, but we're glad to have them. They kind of have been wearing 2 hats. They've had a lot of input during this pre-launch phase, and we have really appreciated their field perspective, having been in the distributor side, and they've also been on the corporate side as well. So we're very fortunate to have their experience. And you know what? When Jimmy and Jiafeng Liu and the Liu family started this company, they wanted to be different. They wanted to make a change and make an impact in this industry for the good. And one of the things we saw that's happened over the last decade or so, where companies go out and buy leadership. And it's kind of like, some of these leaders, they're proven leaders like Todd and Kathy, and they think, you know what, if somebody wants to build a Super Bowl team, what do? You go out and, pay for some of the best talent out there. And companies have been doing that for the last 10 years, but it's been very deceptive because these leaders go out and in their first or second month, they say, I'm making 10 grand or 20 grand or 50 grand a month. And people are going, wow, I wish I could do that, or that. Wow, they must walk on water. They're amazing. Well, realistically, that's not the real story, is it? They don't tell you the kind of deals they got and the bridge money or whatever it was that the company paid them to come over and to bring their people. But you know what happens when those deals expire? What typically happens when somebody becomes a free agent? Well, they get a better offer somewhere else. And that person leaves 6 months or 12 months later. And, there's some words that I won't use because this is a PG, a PG program, but they really get a bad reputation. And they basically get paid to play. And that's not what we do here at Ludaxx. And Todd and Kathy came on board. And the deal is, I think the Luce took them out to dinner and picked up the check. And I think they do that occasionally, but you know what? They didn't get any bridge money. They didn't get any special deal to bring over a bunch of leaders and go out and tell people their check was, 20 grand or 50 grand their first month. They've been working their tails off. And when I mean their tails off, they are doing conference calls and webinars. And every time I see that 2 of them, one of them has a phone to their head. I've even seen pictures of them on the phone in the grocery store, and I've been with them on the slopes. I've been with them at basketball games. I've seen them. They are working this business around the clock, around the globe. The sun never sets on their business. And fortunately, there are 2 of them, so they can kind of spread themselves pretty thin. But I can't think of 2 people that are more looking forward to this week of crews where we won't have cell coverage and internet accessibility all the time. We'll have it, but hopefully they'll be able to take a break from it for a little bit. And I think these two definitely deserve it. So if you would help me welcome the Ludaxx Gold Crown Triple Diamonds, the very first, not the last, but the very first in our company's history. Todd and Kathy, welcome to the webinar tonight.
Thanks so much, Gary. Thanks for having us.
Hey, we, you guys have made a major impact in this company, and I know we're just getting started. I know you guys, don't like to take all the credit. That you've got some great leadership on your team, but you know what? We've been spotlighting and recognizing diamonds and double diamonds and crown triples on your team for the last 6 months that I've been here, and we have yet to have you two on. So that just kind of shows the kind of leadership you two are. That you're willing to take a back seat, let your leaders get the stage time and the spotlight. But we felt it was important to recognize you two in a big way before we launched this company. So glad to have you. And I'm just going to kind of turn it over to you. And if there's something in particular you want to talk about, hey, you guys are the gold crowns here. So we're going to let you do it however you want.
Thank you so much, Gary. And of course, I'll go ahead and start it out because I'm the talker. We're real excited, and I'd like to start with just sharing a little bit of our story, because I think it's important for the people that are on the webcast and in Ludaxx to really know, who we are and, what the backstory is, and why do they want to really listen to anything that we have to say. And so I'm going to start there, and we'll go on from there. And we've got a lot of great stuff we're just real passionate about sharing with you tonight. So I'm going to go back a little bit farther. And my husband and I both were raised by single moms, and both of our moms had incredible work ethic. They worked hard. They raised families on their own. Todd has 7 other siblings, and I have only 2 others, so his mom had a little bit harder. But they worked hard, and they had a strong work ethic, and they were very independent. But we always were in survival mode growing up, and we carried that into our adult life. We've pretty much grown up together. We've been married it'll be 23 years in June that we've been married, and we have 3 beautiful children, and we really have grown up together. We're best friends, we're spouses, we're business partners, we're everything to each other, and have really grown into that, and it's so exciting to be able to be working together. It seems like throughout our marriage and our successful businesses, one of us is always in the front and one of us is backing the other one up. And I'm so excited that we get to work side by side with this one. And everything that we've done in the past has really prepared us for this moment, and I'm super excited about it. So Todd started a traditional business in 1994. We were both working full-time jobs for another. We both had bosses. We were working full-time. We had our first baby, and, we both were just already tired of working for other people. So as I continued to work my job, Todd started a business from a pickup truck and a little bit of savings, and built a multi-million-dollar sprinkler landscaping business. It was incredibly successful. So what that did for me is in 1998, I got to really live my dream, quit my full-time job, and be able to be home with our 2 girls, and then have our son, and was really blessed to be a stay-at-home mom. I wanted that so desperately because my mom could never be that. And Todd was doing so well, and we were financially free. I got to be with the kids. I was helping him with the business. I was feeling a little weird because I had been working full-time since I was 14 years old, and I've always contributed that way. That was a little strange. But what I realized is we didn't have a lot of time freedom because Todd worked 12 hours a day. So we were introduced to a company into the industry in 2002. And I absolutely fell in love and got completely ruined to the concept that I could actually share a product that was changing someone's health. I could be with my kids and make money and contribute to us financially. And all of a sudden, starting to see the time freedom come into play and be able to have Todd make different choices and be with our family more. And it really ruined us both to the industry. He continued to build that business with a little bit more time freedom. I went ahead and built that business with his support and help, and really did become multi-7-figure earners in the industry, as well as him still running that traditional brick and mortar business with employees and payroll and all of that. And it happened so quickly and so I mean, we worked hard. Our work ethic is insane, but it happened so quickly, and we realized how fortunate and blessed we were. We built a team of about 80,000 people. We co-created multiple six and seven-figure earners within our organization and throughout the industry over the years, and have been really blessed and excited at the skill set that we've gained and the knowledge that we've gained. And in 2009, Todd took that knowledge and he put it into another network marketing business. And of course, I took a back seat, and he ran with that business. And guess what? We started it exactly the same way we started our first business, as brand new people that had never had any experience in network marketing. And he started it the same way, he built it the same way, and it actually broke records, put 60,000 people in 9 months, and that business did $1 million in 1 year. And so two times, 2 home runs, started out paying our membership, buying products, getting started, making a list, same old, same way you guys are doing it. And that's what's important about our story that I want you to know. We're very passionate about this industry. We're very passionate and responsible. Guys, it's not on trial if we can build a team. We're very passionate about people. We love to help people succeed. And what we were looking for was a company that was really ready and willing to back us, because as Gary said, a lot of weird things have happened in the last 5 years. And we were looking for 5 specific things when we went in to Ludaxx. And, you know, I got a text that said an all-natural sugar blocker. And I was like, that gets my attention. And then we sat in the office with the Luz, and those 5 things, and we're going to talk about those 5 things right now. And the first one was the company. It's the ownership behind the company. And what we found, I'm not going to tell you what we were looking for, I'm going to tell you what we found, because it's so important of why Ludaxx. What we found was unquestionable integrity, tremendous experience in business, network marketing, formulating natural products that focus on preventative health and the proper nutrients to put in the body for the masses. The passion, the vision, the right heart, the right intention, and the funding, the well-funded, solely funded by the Liu family, absolutely committed to building this to a billion-dollar company. When it comes to the ownership of this company and what they bring to this industry, it's exceeded my expectations. And I know it's exceeded Todd's as well. And so I'm going to turn it over to my amazing, hardworking, wonderful husband, and he's going to talk to you about the second thing, which is timing.
Thanks, Kath. You are a rock star. All right, I get to go over timing, and the other part of it is it too late? I get to hear that question a lot. Is it too late? I was actually talking to a big industry leader just a couple weeks ago, and he said, that's all I ever hear about anymore is Ludaxx. I think that 12 of my top leaders have already called me about Ludaxx. So I said, come on, Barry. I said, the company has less than 5,000 distributors, and we've only done a couple million in sales, and we're still in pre-launch. I said, let me ask you a couple questions. I said, have you ever heard of an all-natural sugar blocker? I said, we are the first to market with an all-natural sugar blocker. We're a category creator. He waits for a second. He thinks. He goes, you know what? I think you're right. It's not too late, and there's only 5,000 people in the company. So that kind of gives you a little idea that there's a lot of people talking about Ludaxx right now. We are the talk on the streets. I mean, another thing right now, sugar is in the news. Everybody's talking about it on the talk shows. It's all over the news. But do you ever hear anybody talking about a solution? So do you think the timing's right? I think it is. So the timing, I believe there's a lot of good companies out there. Like there's Amway, Nu Skin, Melaleuca, Monavi. But I think if we were to join one of those companies, there's just no way that you can start from ground floor and make $100,000 a month. That's what we were looking for. Those companies are great companies, but there's no new opportunity and an old opportunity. So that's the timing. I think we have a perfect timing, a perfect product. It's just the right place at the right time. Kath, you want to go over the product?
Yep. Yeah. So let's talk about the timing with the product. So as Todd said, you know, it's all over the news. It's all over the internet. It's so interesting how when we first went in and got introduced, all of a sudden everybody's talking about the big problem, which is toxic bad sugar, and nobody's talking about a solution. So we have the S21. As Todd said, it's a category creator, and I love this part of the product. This is really what I was looking for. I knew that I needed to find a product that people would use every day and have results, regardless if there was an opportunity attached to it. I needed a product that I didn't have to call everybody every day and kind of see if they were having any results. They were going to be calling me, and they were going to be telling me how great they felt and how this product had made a difference in their life. And we found that not only with the F21, which is what Lauren Medag likes to call the lightning, where you come in and the lightning strikes and you're on the sugar blocker and you're getting great results, and then the thunder sweeps in and it's the pearl with all of the energy and sleeping better and antioxidants and all of the great things about the pearl. And then I just got the third one. For those of you that have been on the webinars and calls, I said we didn't really have one for the Conley tea. And my great business partner and friend, Mike Douglas, sent me a message and he said, hey, I got one for the Conley tea. It's the rain. So you have the lightning, the thunder, and then the rain, which is the Conley tea, which cleanses, washes away all the impurities, and cleanses the system. And it's a natural progression in our world, and it's a natural progression in our body. And that is so amazing to think we have these products right now that leads with a category creator, that gets everybody's attention. When you say sugar blocker, they stop. They want to know what you're talking about. I love it when Lewis Murray shakes his bottle and people say, what is that you're shaking? He's like, oh, I'm glad you asked. It's an all-natural sugar blocker. So it's interesting. I will tell you one short thing. I went into a doctor's appointment, and I was talking to the doctor, and he said, what do you do for a living? And I told him what I was doing, and he said, oh, well, tell me about the product. And I said, it's F21. It's that all-natural whole food sugar blocker. And he got his pen out, and he started writing it down immediately. That's a huge sign that we're onto something, and we are in the right place at the right time with our products. And now I'm going to let Todd talk to you about his baby, his passion, and how we are with our compensation plan.
All right, I get to go over the compensation plan. Do we have a good comp plan? I believe we have one of the best comp plans in the industry. I believe that we have 3 or 4 things in our comp plan that no one else has. I'm going to go into detail, but I just want to go over a few things here. I believe with all my heart, anyone who fully understands the principle and leverage of network marketing and how it is structured will become involved. If it is structured so that success depends on the success of the people in your group that you sponsor. First thing, when you build a comp plan, you have to have a comp plan that rewards the top builders as well as the new and the part-timers. You also have to have a comp plan that rewards someone that comes in 4 or 5 years down the road, that they're able to reach the higher ranks. And I believe we have both those. I also believe that the top distributors in the company they're not even signed up yet. I truly believe that. We have a lot of great leaders, but I believe the top networkers are not in yet. So what sets us apart? We are a hybrid unilevel. We pay 20, 10, 5, and 5 on the front end. There's a lot of companies that pay that. Most of them only pay 2 levels. We pay 4 levels. So that's one thing that makes us different. We actually have a coded bonus. This is what, I don't know if another company has a coded bonus. There's a lot of coded bonuses out there that actually pay you on your individual group volume. We actually take 3% of all fast orders, and we pay it out in a coded bonus, and it's all company sales. So most coded bonus are within your organization. We pay it out company-wide volume. The third thing that really sets us apart is we have the easiest comp plan to qualify for the ranks. We're one of the only companies that let you come in and sponsor 3. And let's say you sponsor 3 and one leg takes off. Most companies are going to penalize you because they want you to build. They want you to have 40% volume on your other leg. Well, you don't live that. I take 60% of your volume, not one. They actually let you qualify for that level, level. Not one other comp plan that has it in the industry. We pay 5 generations. Most comp plans out there only pay 2 or 3. We have a lifestyle bonus. I believe this bonus will have people pay $100 in network marketing just from this one bonus alone. And it's paid every single month. So there's the comp plan. Kathy, you want to finish up?
Absolutely. I wanted to tell you, too, stand where you have full service, because there was a few little places right there where you kind of went out a little bit. So stand in he likes to pace. He gets really passionate about the comp plans. I know he's pacing.
I was running.
Great,
no.
Great job. Okay, now this is one of my favorite parts to talk about. This is the fifth thing that we knew, that if we had the four things that we were really looking for, and we don't know everything. We're not, there isn't anything super special about us. We're just everyday average kids just like you guys. We grow up, we're doing the best we can in our life, we work hard, we love our families, we want to help people succeed. We're just like you. There's nothing super special about us, but we just knew from our past experience what we were looking for. And we knew when we found it, we'd know. And we knew if we found the first four things, the fifth thing would naturally happen. And that's the leadership that has come into this company. We have a proven track record of success. We have a system that works, but we are attracting leadership that also has that has the right heart, the right intention, that has duplicatable systems. They understand what the key to success is, which is duplication. They know how to lead by example. That's why we have crown triples and people hitting ranks and people making incomes, and we haven't launched this company yet, because they saw it too. And they understand, and they come in, they lead by example. Like attracts like. We have great, solid, honest, integral people coming into this company. We all started with signing up for our $30, buying our first package, upgrading to Emerald or whatever we did. We all did that. We have done what we're asking you to do, and that's duplicating through our leadership, and it is phenomenal and very humbling to me to see the leaders that we're attracting and people that Todd and I have never worked with before, and we love it. We are so happy and so blessed to have the leadership that we do. They're doing training calls, coaching calls. They're doing daily webinars, conference calls, home parties. They're doing the system. They're building their businesses, and they're leading by example. And I knew that would happen if we had those four things, and it's happening. And I'm so excited and happy and proud of all of you to take the leap of faith and to come in when most people wouldn't come in. When Todd says the biggest networkers aren't in yet, I agree with him, because they usually wait till us freaks do all the crazy stuff to get everything in place, and then they go, okay, I think we're ready to rock and roll. And so I agree with that. But the leadership is phenomenal, and it's second to none, and I'm just so excited to be able to really build this company, not only with the leadership at corporate headquarters, starting with the Lou family and with Gary, but the Bill leadership is amazing, and I'm so happy and proud of all of you, and thank you all so much, because we can't do this without you. That is one funny thing about this business. It doesn't matter how successful you've ever been in any other thing. It doesn't matter who you are, what your personality is. If you don't help others succeed, you will not succeed in this industry, and without you, we don't succeed. So thank you so much. And I know, Todd, we've got, go ahead and go with what you want to go with next.
Gary told me to just go over 7 or 8 things that we contribute our success to, and it was hard to just write down 8 or 9, but I'm going to go ahead and give you 8 of them here. Number 1, in this business, you have to have fun. If it's not fun, you're probably in the wrong business. Number 2, you got to keep it simple. You got to plug into the system. You got to get on the webinars. You got to do 3-way calls. You got to do home parties, one-on-ones. In this business, you don't have to know everything. If you don't know all the product, send them to a video. If you don't know everything about the comp plan, put them on a 3 with someone that does. Number 3, I use this all the time. Don't prejudge anyone. Every dad knows a stud. Every dad knows a stud. I'm going to give you a good example on one of our businesses. We knew a guy that was delivering pizza in Wendover, Nevada. We signed him up, and Kathy says, that guy's going to be a dud. Well, that guy ended up bringing $3 or $4 million to our business. So never prejudge anyone. Every dad knows a stud. Number 4, teach them how to get their money back within the first 30 days. Number 5, recruit up. I like to find people that are better than me. I like to find people that do things that I'm not good at. Maybe promote, or maybe somebody that's online marketer, social media. Maybe somebody that's a great recruiter. So that's number 5. I like recruit up. Number 6, help everyone. Cross-line, up-line. Right now, we're building a company. We're not building downlines. So help everyone. Be a student of the industry. I'm a student of the industry. I know every single comp plan out there in the industry. I know what products there is. I'm a student of the industry. And the last, you got to take action. And how you do that? Well, you got to have a dream, form a team, 3 to 5 people, focus on helping that team be successful. That's what I say take action is. That's my 8. Kathy, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I got a few, of course. And I always say this, you guys have heard me say this before, we have phenomenal products, we have an amazing comp plan, we have an amazing company. Obviously, we haven't launched yet and we're not on trial. It's already working. So it really is about learning more about people than you do your product ingredients and all the details of your compensation plan. Those things are important, but if you take the time to learn more about the people that you're working with and that you're helping succeed, then you do your product and your comp plan, you will succeed wildly. Never forget where you came from. Always remember what it is to be new. And you always have to think about what got you excited about Ludaxx. Why are you in this industry? We have more people joining this company that have never done network marketing than I've ever seen before. Never forget what got you excited, and we'll never forget how it feels to be new. And guess what is the best way to do that? Constantly take action, as Todd said. Recruit, prospect, set the example. If you have a new person coming in and they want to sponsor 10, go sponsor 10 with them. Stay new. Stay in that new, what got you excited about Ludaxx, and set the example and help people succeed. Always be continuously stepping out of your comfort zone. Just because you step out of your comfort zone once, I'm going to tell you something. The minute you step out, one's forming again. So that is a constant thing. You can't just step out of your comfort zone once in your life. You have to constantly be realizing you're in a comfort zone and stepping out, which is increasing your skill set, being responsible, gaining a leadership skill set that you don't have right now, and being responsible for your team and what you're doing. If you don't have an active upline, if you don't have an active sponsor, I'm going to tell you something, and I've been through this personally. You need to turn around and you need to be the upline and be the sponsor that you wish you had. Don't spend time worrying about what your sponsor's doing or not doing, or your upline's doing or not doing. Turn around and plug into the system and be the upline and the sponsor that you always wished you would have. I promise you, you will succeed like never in your life if you have that mindset. And there's a few questions that I ask myself and that I have for years when I'm building this business. And here I'll just run them off really quick. What are my intentions? What are my intentions with my business, with my team? How do I move my attitude to a 10 for the day? If I'm a 2 or a 4, which we all are at some point, how do I move it to a 10? What specifically can I do to support my team? Who can I help build their dream today? What can I learn to become a better leader? How can I most powerfully make a difference today? Really get in that mindset, and remember, it is so not about you. It's about your team. It's about the people that you serve. Guys, we are very passionate about helping people succeed. We're absolutely serious about it. We want people that will lock arms with us and match effort with us, who have a positive attitude and who want to succeed in building this company with us. And we have a lot of those right now. So just really get in the right mindset. Take those action steps that Todd just gave. Listen to this recording back and take more notes. He gave you some really good action steps and some good things to do to be successful. The biggest, most important thing you need to do is plug into someone positive. Plug into someone that's excited, that understands. If we all are shouting from the rooftops that this is the best thing we've ever done on the planet, we should be telling everybody that we know. If you're not in that mindset, you got to find someone to help you get there. And so I encourage you to stay plugged in, as Todd said. Take those action steps. Really get in the right mindset, because everything else is there. It's not rocket science. It's not an easy business, but it's very, very simple. And you do have to have a desire to be where most people will never get, and you have to have a desire to change your life. And guys, I'm going to tell you this, and then I know Todd's got something really powerful to finish with. When you get into this industry, if you're open and you want to grow and you want to succeed, and we only got one life, we got one shot here, and you want to make it the most of it, and you join this industry, you get hooked by the product. You get more excited about when you plug in the compensation plan, the referral commissions, you start making some money, you're working the plan, you're increasing your skill set, you're being the leader, you're growing your team. And then if you choose to, you grab onto those reins and you will have the most amazing personal development journey you've ever been on. And you will be given a platform through that to help hundreds and thousands of people succeed in this industry, in this world. We are here to not only build the next billion-dollar baby, but we're here to really strengthen our industry. And we want to help you do that. And we take that absolutely serious. And we want to help you do that. And Todd, I'm going to let you finish up because I know you've got the power punch.
Yeah, in closing, I just want to read this quote. I read it a couple times, and I put it on my Facebook a lot, but I'm going to just end with it. It is often said in the NFL, the hardest place to score is from the 1-yard line. It is because the defense is the greatest and where there is the most resistance. Often when you are at your 1-yard line in life, and close to attaining your goal, you feel the most pressure and the most resistance. It is then said that we must stay on course, on focus, on purpose, and push the hardest. Just want you guys to think about that, and just want to thank all you guys out there for all your hard work, and I want to thank Gary for having us on, and that's all I have to say. Thanks, Gary.
Hey, Todd and Kathy, or Kathy and Todd, we appreciate you too. And folks, I hope you were taking notes because there were some million-dollar ideas. And I don't say that out of exaggeration. If you were taking notes, you heard some things that can literally generate income in the millions of dollars if that's what you desire in this business. Todd and Kathy are truly leaders amongst leaders. There's a reason that they are at the top level. It's not because they were the first to sign up in Ludaxx. In fact, they said it's not always easy being first. But I love their analogies of, the products. We have some life-changing products. The F21 all-natural sugar blocker, that's the lightning, and the Pearl, that's the thunder, and the Conley tea, that's the rain. Well, you know what? I love those products. They're life-changing, but I believe my favorite product that Ludaxx offers is the compensation plan. And I think that's the rainbow. That is truly the rainbow with the pot of gold if you really work it. But it takes some time. And Todd and Kathy are out there working as hard as anybody. And I have to disagree with them on one point, though. And I hate to, call them out since they're the top leaders. But, I think Todd said, they probably couldn't make the 6 figures a month with some of these companies that have been around for 10, 20, 30 years. Well, I disagree. I think they're pretty talented, and I know they could go out. They could have gone just about anywhere to an established company. They could have taken some $1 million deals at some other companies, but they chose to do it here. And I believe the reason they did that is because not only do they believe they can do it, but they will have dozens and dozens of people within their organization do the same. That's what leadership's all about. It's one thing for you to make a big check, but true success is when you have others doing exactly what you did or even better. It's almost like a parent. They want their children to have it better than they had it. And I know that's what Todd and Kathy want. They don't have to be the top earners. I'm sure they'd love it if there was somebody making more money than them in the organization. That's what true success is about. And I think Todd said it, that I believe some of the top leaders, top income earners have yet to even join us. Todd and Kathy and the rest of you on this call, there are about 5,000 of you that are out there hacking your way through the jungle. And you're kind of blazing the trail. And sooner or later, there's going to be a little gravel road that people can travel on. And then soon after that, they'll be paving that gravel road. And then after that, there'll be a 6-lane superhighway. And eventually, there'll be a toll road. And there'll be toll booths set up on that toll road. And guess who's going to be collecting the tolls? It's those of you who are out there hacking in the jungle right now. So, yeah, it's not easy right now. And I don't know of anybody who has more arrows in the back like these two pioneers that have crossed the plains and have weathered the storms and the elements and have been through it all. They've been on not just speed bumps, but roller coaster rides since they've been with this company. But I know it's for one reason, and it's the Ludaxx lifestyle. Here we work hard and we play hard. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Let me just leave you with a call to action. We have about 10 days left before we officially launch this company. And my challenge to you is do not let these next 10 to 12 days go by without contacting everybody that's of any importance to you. Because you need to call them and say, this company's launching in 10 days. I could not let this go by without letting you know about it. If it's not for you, I understand, but at least don't come back to me years from now saying, why didn't you tell me about this before the company launched? I'm telling you now, take a look at the facts. If you like what you see, we need to get together. And this is not just urgency. This is an all-out emergency, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you sense that urgency, that this is an emergency to get in touch with everybody you know. My name is Gary Hassan. Good night. God bless. We'll talk to you soon.